The red lights are beginning to come on.
I get up
And they're off.
and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Jump, jump. Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump.
Forces his way through.
Jump, jump. Oh, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin. So can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen.
This is classic racing.
Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Jump, jump. Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump, jump.
Oh dear, this is terrible. What is he doing? In all my years of commentating on Formula One, I've never seen anything like it.
Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Jump, jump. Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump, jump.
And there is the checkered flag.
Evening everybody, welcome to this special edition of Trailblazers Racing broadcast. Tonight we are paying tribute to a friend, a mate, and someone that will be sorely missed by this community. And we're speaking about Wayne Fraser, WJF73. Tonight we're doing a bit of replay of a series that we did last week in his honour. And obviously we would like to get you guys involved as well. Any comments, any thoughts on Wayne and his racing with you in this community will be greatly appreciated. Sharing the commentary with me tonight is Ando. Good evening, Ando.
G'day Rick, and g'day everyone out there viewing, and a special hello to anyone there from Wayne's family or any of his close friends. It's good to have you with us.
And joining us also is Mad Mitch. Mitch, you still with us?
I'm with you, boys.
Hello,
Rick, Ando, and Wayne's family and friends. Pleased to be here.
Yes, we're having a few technical difficulties along the way, so we will try our best to get our way through it. But yes, tonight is a special night, as I said. Talking about and really basically celebrating Wayne's journey with us. He started with us well before Trailblazers officially started, so to speak, joining myself and many others in some casual racing on the Gran Turismo Sport platform. And then obviously he became a integral member of the community, and you'll hear all about that as we go through. But yeah, Ando, if you want to kick off with just how people can join our chat this evening.
Yeah, if you are in front of your PlayStation or have the PlayStation app on your mobile device, you can join in and join into this chat and pay your respects, obviously, or just come in and say g'day. Everybody's welcome. I would say probably have to send a friend request to Mad Mitch, isn't it? You guys correct me if I'm wrong, and then they'll see this chat.
Believe it, yeah, possibly that, or he was actually opened it up to everybody. So I'm not sure.
Well, he has opened it up to everybody, but you won't see it unless
you're friends with one of us. Yes.
Yeah, or Mad Mitch, who is the owner of this chat. So, what's your PSN, Mitch? Again, just let everyone know.
It's mad_Mitch_76.
Yeah, so if you just send a friend request to that PSN, then Mitch will obviously be monitoring throughout the broadcast. He'll accept that request, and then you can hit your PlayStation button. If you're on a PS5, you'll go down to Game Base, and hopefully this chat will come up as one for you to join, and then you can jump on in and say g'day.
Yeah, just making sure that you allow your voice to be broadcast in the settings. When you join it, I believe there is a little tab that says to the right, allow voice chat. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ando? Yes.
So once you're in the chat, you will go to the hit your PlayStation button again, and go double tap actually, and then go to the far right, one row down to the three dots. And then once you're in, you click on the three dots. One of the options is to share your voice. You have to make sure you allow that so that your transmissions will come through on our stream.
Easy done. Thank you to Loveland Parker. You know, it's our condolences to all of the family there. Yeah, we have hit hard by what has happened, just as I would expect the family has. Kevin, yeah, not a problem, mate. Always here for Wayne and his family. Brendoza, thanks, mate. Sending you a love and condolences. Yeah, he was a great friend, great competitor, and always the fair racer when he raced with us. So, yeah, it's tough news for all of us. Some of us have taken a real hit over the last week or two, but yeah, in some small way, we just want to celebrate what a great person Wayne is.
Yeah, I think it's probably quite important for Loveland Parker and the family there to recognise or to realise that there's a whole bunch of guys out there in the ether, myself included, that we're really good friends with Wayne, because we got together multiple times every weeknight and we played this game together and we raced and we became friends because of it. So, you know, and that might be something that's not immediately obvious to Wayne's family and close friends. So I hope this stream goes a little bit of a way towards letting them know that he had this group of friends out there who are, sorely missing him right now.
Yeah. And that is one aspect of gaming that a lot of people outside don't realise, is that we might be a group of racers a structured racing format, but it's the community behind that racing that really helps out, especially over the past couple of years with COVID and everything else. A lot of us were struggling through that period, and this was the only escape for many of us. So it is something that a lot of people don't understand, that there is so much friendship and bonding that goes on, not just racing each other and playing a video game. We all have live chats during our racing. We talk to each other pre and post race. It is all about building relationships and friendships along the way. And hopefully you will see some of that with some of the reactions and some of the comments that are coming through. Thinking fast. Hi Frank, yes, thank you mate. Hope you enjoyed tonight. It will be a bit of a balance with us talking about Wayne, a little bit of what we did last week as a tribute to him, and hopefully give you an insight into this side of his life that you may or not have realised had been such a big part of his life. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
guess you could say that, one aspect of this is gaming, the other aspect is cars and racing, and maybe Wayne's friends and family might be able to relate to one or both of those two aspects, because that's really what this game and community does for all of us, doesn't it, Rick? It combines
Absolutely.
that love of cars and racing with the gaming side of things as well. So, obviously we've all just a whole bunch of guys with a common interest, and that is just really the perfect equation for forming some really good close friendships, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely, and of course, yeah, in the heat of battle, it's a bit of excitement on as well. So yeah, it's good. It's an escape, as I said, for a lot of us. A lot of us had real troubles throughout the pandemic with no, out of work, etc. One of our big teams made up of members of the entertainment industry, so they were sitting around, obviously not being able to work or do anything, and their only escape was to do the 3 nights a week here with us at Trailblazers, and bonding and friendships and picking everybody up off the floor was something that was the bonus with all this community and racing. And
Yeah, and also connecting with people from all walks of life and all areas as well. Like, where are you from, Mitch? How far? Let us know how far away you are from civilization, mate.
Yeah, I'm out in the country, just 100 k's from Dubbo, out in New South Wales, sir.
yeah,
100 k's the wrong way, apparently,
Yeah, apparently
on the wrong side. So
Um,
it's great. It's a great format for people from all over to come together, isn't it? And
it's not
Wayne
just
was
not
integral
yeah,
to all of that, wasn't he? He was so
absolute.
involved in it, and he was here from the get-go and that sort of thing as well. So
He
yeah, my hat's
always
off to him.
it's not easy running one of these leagues, putting it all together, setting up all the racing, and um, he was always there to lend a hand when it came to things like stewarding race incidents and things like that, because we do take this seriously. We run this like real life. We have rules and regulations and all that sort of thing that goes on top of just the racing itself. So he was a big member of our administration side of things as well, assisting us, and he always was willing to put up his hand and help. And that will be a huge loss for us, because he had such a great insight into racing. He understood the rules that we had put together and applied them so well in everything that he did. And as I said, it's all voluntary, and he always put up his hand, which is a mark to him. He was that type of person. He pitched in when we needed him. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I think
yeah.
we've had one person join the chat already. Have we? Is that right, Mitch?
Yeah, we've got Kurgan, I think, is here. Hello, mate. How are you?
Oh, that's my alter ego online. It's Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, how you going, mate?
Kevin's here.
Finally,
Good.
a voice to the name.
Yes. What you were just talking about, we've discussed quite a bit lately. This whole other life that he had online. That, as you touched on with COVID as well.
Mm,
Because he spent a lot of time with mum as well. So this was his escape. would think.
absolutely, absolutely.
So the reaction being, quite extraordinary, really, for lack of a better word. It's
Yeah.
awesome, though.
Yeah, well, the one thing that we knew, knew a lot of was the fact that he was always caring for his mother. So we knew that he would struggle to get to races on the designated start time. So it was a given that on any night that he was racing, in whichever lobby, because we would run multiple lobbies each night, because we can only have 16 races on this game platform in one lobby, so we would have up to 3 lobbies a night racing. That's a number of people racing, and we would delay the start of that race until he actually got in and did a couple of laps. So that was something that was a given for him. So if it was a 9:30 start and he wasn't there, we would wait for him, because he would always let us know that he was coming, and we would just wait, and that was um, unique to him.
Yeah, so you'll see that we actually left that spot vacant on the grid in each of these races last week in his honour. Last spot in the grid has been left vacant for him.
Wasn't that his normal?
That was his normal
Well, yeah,
starting place.
because he joined so late, he had to start because he missed quali, so he would have to start in last position. So we've left that spot vacant for him all of last week.
Appropriate, absolutely.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, unfortunately, because he couldn't do quali, he had to start at rear of grid, which is interesting, because his average finishing place throughout everything that we've done, because I have kept stats on every racer that's raced here, all their lobby positions, their seasonal positions, and their average race finish. And his average race finish was 8.7 out of 16. So he was always dead bang in the middle of the lobby every time he raced. Same with championships and his drivers. When you add it all up, even it all out, his ranking, he was 25 out of 50 at the time for the first 7 series that we did. So obviously I haven't done the stats for the next 5, but going by that, the last season that we ran, he came 18th out of 30. That was the very last season we did with him, which was a Group 3.
That's not bad, considering he starting from last
Last
position
place, 16th.
more often than not. You know,
The back, start from the back every
starting
time.
from the back
if
every
only,
time.
if only Trailblazers kicked off at 9:45
He would have been right.
He would have been a lot better off. Yeah, his stats would have been looking real good.
Well, when he started, and this is going back before Trailblazers, one of our guys, Dan Zambi, who started all of this group, in essence, we started racing at 11 o'clock at night, 7 nights a week. And Wayne managed to find his way there about a month or 2 after we started. We didn't start this until probably 12 to 18 months later. And that's why we sort of brought it down to a 9 o'clock start each night, just to make it a bit more accessible to the younger ones and more people to join.
And the Kiwis.
And the Kiwis, yes, we have Kiwis that, it's 11 o'clock start for them, finishing at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And kudos to them, and of course kudos to the guys over in the UK that join us, and we've had guys from Canada and the US who are starting at 5 in the morning. So yeah, there are people from all over the world, all walks of life, that join us on a regular basis, and
We're a fanatical bunch. I guess
We are a fanatical
that's
bunch.
the upshot to take if you Wayne's friend or family, that we're fanatical about this pastime, and we know he was as well. Yeah, just trying to give you guys a little insight into another aspect of his life.
No,
Absolutely. Yeah.
How about we kick it off?
Kick it off, Endo.
Start a race.
And
So where are we?
You have the control for the viewing for everybody.
That's right. I'm the visual director tonight. Here we are at Saint Croix in France. It's a fictitious course, I think. The game has created, but it's a very flowing course, very wide course. So lots of flowing corners, lots of high-speed corners, and we're in the Group 4 Genesis one make for this Tuesday night race from last week. That will be the theme for the 3 races that we show you tonight, because obviously the Hyundai's was Wayne's pick, wasn't it, Mitch? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, Hyundai. He'd always choose a Hyundai, and this was his favourite track. So that's why we ran
okay.
all week.
the amount of
Yeah.
videos he put up about this track.
Oh, he loved this
He
track.
loved this track.
Yeah, so
Not
let's.
everybody
just-
agreed with him, but he still loved it anyway.
The one thing we still haven't worked out is why he chose the number 18. We still don't know. And never will, I guess.
I'll just kick off the race, but maybe one of Wayne's friend or family might know the story behind the number 18. But we'll kick off the race now, and we'll have a look at. We're all sporting a WJF livery, thanks to Mad Mitch from Turtle Racing.
Yeah.
Well
What a
done
great
there, mate.
Liverist he is. He's a great liverist.
Not only that, a great linguist. I mean, comes up with his own words as well. It's pretty special, that. But here we go through the first lap. Obviously, everyone's just sorting themselves out. Bit of a jostle here for second place, which allows the usual suspect to get away in first.
Yeah, that usual guy that's always out front.
In front and no one can
Not
catch.
mentioning any names. Not mentioning any names.
No names.
No,
But
okay.
a little bit of jumping around, a little bit of lag here. This game is suffering at the moment from lag issues. You can see some cars are jumping around in the track. That's basically the internet getting in the way, folks. That's basically what that is. The game's still new. It came out in March this year, so they're trying to sort these things out. And someone goes a bit deep there. Brucey and one of our commentators coming together there.
Oh, Bruce is he's in the back of somebody there. He's pushed the team owner wide. What's going on there?
This is the battle in the mid-pack is hot and heavy on lap 1 here, folks. Brucey running wide.
Bruce is the turtle in a turtle sandwich there.
Absolutely.
The turtles are filling the mid-pack. The road sick must be up at the front, obviously.
Unfortunately, I was not able to attend this evening.
Is this how the game actually runs when you're playing?
Yeah, it can do. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
unfortunately.
this is a big glitchy.
Unfortunately, the Gran Turismo 7 has been, I would say, rushed to release, and unfortunately the lobbies are unstable at times. We still don't have our full features of qualification and what we enjoyed in Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport was a lot more polished game by the end of its time. And we
We've
were
had a
able,
lose. Who's that? Who's that into the fence there?
That was
that-
Rusty.
There was Rusty.
Yeah, poor old Rusty had a moment. And I think it might have been lag induced as well, which is what Rick's talking about. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, at the moment that detracts from the immersion of the game and the door-to-door wheel banging that we normally like to do. Unfortunately, because the cars are jumping around like this, you have to back off a little bit, I guess is how you would explain it.
Yeah.
Tim Turtle could probably expand on that, but you just have to, you have to basically give people more room than normal, so that you don't have these little disasters. So
Yeah. Loveland had just asked what kind of track is this and why was it special to Wayne. It's as we said, it's an open flowing track. There's 6 different layouts that we can choose from to run. Obviously, we chose 3 of the different ones, and as you can see, viewing sitting inside the car, it gives you a little bit of a perspective of what it looks like from a driver's point of view. Obviously, each driver chooses his own point of view, whether it be in car, or above the car, or at the nose of the car, like in this instance here, nose, bonnet, and yeah, that's how they drive around. But
See what I did there, Rick? That was pretty.
that was good,
Pretty on
mate.
point,
That was
wasn't
good.
it? Yeah,
That
yeah,
was.
yeah.
You could change it
I
around.
thought so. Or the
That
really
one,
slow
yes.
guys use chase cam apparently. Yeah, that's a
I
bad view.
believe that's the one you use, mate.
There those old chase
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, so as I said, it's a wide track, so it's a little bit more forgiving for errors. You have room to actually recover. And as I said, they're long. It's a long circuit. The Friday night race was on the longest circuit, which is 11 kilometres long, if memory serves me correct. So
It's
yeah,
a long lap, yeah.
it's a very long lap. It's an over 3-minute lap to get around. Yeah, this is just something that he enjoyed. He was forever driving this track. Whenever we ran this particular circuit, he did very well.
It's actually my favourite track as well.
Yeah, I love the one of the long ones in its normal phase. We ran it in reverse. I don't like that as much, but yeah, it's a flowing circuit, very similar to say a Le Mans circuit. Okay, we're having a bit of glitching coming through. Obviously, our internet connection. I'm based in Brisbane, broadcasting this. Ando's in Sydney, and obviously he's sharing his screen with me, so you guys can see it. So the wonderful Australian internet service is doing us proud once again.
We got a message here from Shane Mitchell. Hi team, amazing tribute for a great man who will be missed by all here at EBM. Our condolences go out to his family.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Shane.
Thanks, mate. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he also went on to speak to Loveland about never being met him in real life, came to know him as someone and considered a good friend and honoured to have known him. So, yeah, and we're all in that same boat. We never actually got to meet. Circumstances didn't allow us to meet, obviously because we're all over the country here in Australia. Yep. There we are. Now you can see some of the extra detail of how many laps it is, where the positions of the drivers are, and the actual look of the track on the top right hand side. So you can see that it's a very tricky track.
Yeah, I should have put that up before. Sorry, Rick.
You're right,
I
mate.
should
That's
have had that
fine.
up earlier.
That's
But
fine.
you've also got along the bottom of your screen the telemetry for each driver. I'm now riding with Tricky, and he's got the racing medium tyres on. He's in 4th gear as he goes through turn 1. Nearly collects the apex, but not quite. But he holds it together, runs it out nicely, and he's got well over 3/4 of fuel left. And that's the sort of telemetry that is important to us as we race. So that's what we see, and that's what you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like a good little battle here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Tricky's holding off Bob, who we can now see is running on soft tyres. So Bob should really be getting past Tricky here because Tricky's on the mediums. And obviously he's slower because of that, because that's a harder compound. It's not going to have as much grip, but it's going to last a bit longer. Now Bob is in trouble here because he's stuck behind Tricky, and it's ruining his strategy. So Tricky runs wide there, though. It's a little opportunity now. Bob takes it, and he slots himself up the inside there. Is it going to stick? Tricky runs very deep and defends aggressively and manages to hold on to it, but that costs them both significant time here. So Rusty Nuts behind has now got to run on them both. And yeah, so this is an interesting dynamic here. You can see probably up on the track map as well, there's a big gap between these guys and the rest of the group in front of them. So this battle has actually been costing them significant time, which sometimes is not really worth it. But there you go, folks.
Tim comes through. Yep.
And then Tim Turtle comes through. Wow. Opportunistic moment from the Turtle. Let's jump on board with him. What's he got? Probably some very worn soft snow. He's got mediums. Very surprising. So Tim Turtle on the mediums that don't look too bad actually on lap 3. He's put himself in a very nice position here to walk away from these cars around him.
Speaking of devil, guess who's just joined in the chat?
Welcome, Tim.
Endo was just saying how good a driver you are, Tim.
Well, thank you, Endo.
You're right, mate. You've mastered strategy there. You've almost guaranteed yourself 8th position tonight.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Is this the race you send it in, or is it in the Thursday race?
I'm pretty sure it's the Thursday race.
Oh, okay. Well,
Nice clean race on Friday. Didn't take anyone out, so I'm happy with it.
okay. Well, that's one for the week. That's a win.
Yes. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. As Doc would say. Oh, that's 2 out of 3. Isn't it?
Isn't that a Meatloaf song?
And it's been shows Meatloaf. Thinking Meatloaf.
So we're just having a few issues on my
But-
end with the connection to you, Ando. I got a bit of a glitch.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we'll just see how we go. Yeah, it's holding up on the stream as well, unfortunately. We'll just soldier on.
It's hanging in there. It's hanging in there.
It's hanging in there, but yeah, it will be pausing it from now and then. This is the hardest part because obviously we're using a lot of bandwidth because I am viewing his screen via his console over the internet, bringing it in and then transmitting it back out over the YouTube channel. So it will, from time to time, have a bit of buffering issues. So bear with us.
Yeah, fair enough. I just wish this battle would resolve itself so we can skip
Move
forward
on.
because we got 3 50-minute races to get through tonight, folks. Come on. Can you guys sort yourselves out back there, please? Come on.
What's this one? The first one, is it?
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
the
yeah.
first one, mate. Yep.
I mean, but honestly, this is where typically early in the race, this is probably where Wayne would find himself battling with these guys, working his way through because he's had to start in last position. He's obviously out of position because he's naturally faster than last position, and this is probably where he'd find himself most Tuesday nights. Would you agree, Mitch?
Yeah, you'd find himself in a battle with the mid-pack, making his way through.
With a couple of turtles?
There's always a turtle in there somewhere.
There's always a turtle getting in the way. Absolutely.
Yes, there are
I don't
so
know, they're
many,
getting
so
in the
many
way.
of those Mad Turtle Racing team members in the group.
Speaking of which, I think another turtle's just joined us.
Mm-hmm.
G'day, Bruce.
Bruce.
Good evening, fellas.
Hey, Brucey. How's Kiwi Land, mate? Good?
It's a little on the chilly side today. There's a nice layer of snow on the hills.
Oh, lovely.
Where's Brucey tonight? Brucey's well ahead of this little battle pack. I guess you're probably happy at this point in the race on Tuesday, Bruce, that you were ahead of these guys?
No, it was last week, so I've got no idea.
Okay.
Not very helpful to you, no.
That's all right, mate. Just say yes, and that would be great.
Well, I'll take the yes on that one.
Yeah. You're sitting pretty in 5th from Gnarly, and there's a big battle with Timmy, Rusty Nuts, et al. Behind you. So you were probably oblivious to that, so I'm probably a bit hard on you there, mate. I know I don't look who's behind me when I'm racing, I just look ahead, so...
I'm always delighted when there's a battle in front or behind that they're holding themselves up with.
And that they certainly are chopping and changing positions here.
Yes, they are. They're having having a good crack actually at each other, and they're unfortunately a little bit off the lead now, but and also a little bit behind Brucey, who's managed to just sit there in clear air and skip away from them. So they've done themselves no favours really, but racing's racing, right? You got to battle for that position above all else sometimes, don't you?
Certainly do.
Oh, and Tim Turtle lights up his tyres in the braking zone, allows Rusty Nuts to get through there a little bit, and Tim decides to come back on him. No, discretion the better part of valor there on that one. Interesting to have a look at some tyre wear on each driver. If you are new to the game, folks, down the bottom of your screen on the left there is all 4 tyres with a little bit of red showing for the amount of wear on each tyre. So as I flick between each driver, you'll notice how kind they've been on their tyres. Now Rusty Nuts, he's been hammering his tyres, so he's in trouble. He's on the softs and they're quite worn. If we go back to the car behind him, Tim Turtle, he's on mediums and they're not anywhere near as worn. So although Rusty Nuts might have been faster at the start of the race, at this point in proceedings, Tim is probably going to be significantly faster, because although he's on the harder tyre, his tyre wear is much better. So he'll be looking to get past Rusty right now. He'll be looking to clear him and moving on up through the field. Whether he can achieve that or not is yet to be seen. Tim, you might be able to shed some light here, mate. Did you get past him?
Not to ruin it, you would have to watch it to see what happens.
No spoilers, Gator.
He's not giving any spoilers away.
No spoilers?
This wasn't the famous send it moment, was it? No. That was Thursday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the infamous Thursday night. Yes, Tim hits.
Yes, the Timmingsworth. But and Rusty goes sideways and Tim decides to slot himself up the right hand side, gets the inside line for the long right hander, and yes, job done.
Job done.
There you go.
There you go, he's done it.
He's got more grip, he's got more tyre life, he's looking good. So 7th, looking to improve on that. Let's see where he ends up at the end of the race. But if we move through the field, that's it. He's sending it. If we move through the field, though, we'll look at Gnarly on the mediums ahead of Tim. His mediums are looking pretty good, about the same as Tim's. We'll go forward to Brucey. Have a look at those mediums. They are looking really good. Brucey, who's known to be a smooth driver, a thinking man's racer is how I would describe Brucey, and he's put himself in a really good position here. He's got relatively low tyre wear. He's up in 5th, and he's got the softs to come because, folks, in case you don't know, you have to use both the medium and the soft compound tyre at Trailblazers, so he's got the faster tyre to come. So he's looking really good at the moment. We'll go ahead to Mal, who's on the racing softs, and they look done. They are done. But that is par for the course right now on lap 6. So you wouldn't be too concerned about that if you were Mal. because he's going to swap on the mediums soon, and he'll finish off on those. But of course, he's going to have guys like Brucey bearing down his throat because they're going to be on the fastest tyre. We'll go ahead to PJ, who's on the mediums, and they're looking really good as well. So that's surprising, Mitch. PJ's mediums are looking so good. Have you ever seen his tyres look so good?
He's not too bad at the old tyre wear.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I think you should go to the guy in front of him, because then you'll see what tyre
Okay,
looks like.
well, let's have a look at tyre wear in the nth degree, and let's go, okay, well, those things
I think you know
are,
who I'm talking about here.
You got square tyres on there, Mitch.
Wow. They certainly are right now. I mean, that must have been hard. Yeah, I'm thinking on a clockwise circuit, that front left, that must make life very hard this lap. Talk us through it, Mitch. What were you thinking right now? You're in the lead of the race. I mean, what are you thinking now? You thinking you got a chance here or what?
I'm thinking I'm in trouble with the tyre wear there.
Well, let's have a look behind you. We've got PJ bearing down on you on relatively fresh mediums, and you run wide there off the bridge. You run wide again to compound the error, and PJ is now right on your clacker. What are you thinking right now? Pit, you're thinking pit, are you?
No, I'm thinking pit, yes.
Well,
You got to lift big time. You're lifting big time there.
Oh, you're 2 seconds down on your best time there, Mitch. So
You're leaking oil, mate. You're leaking oil.
Leaking oil. I should have pitted that lap.
Yeah.
I've gone straight past the pits, haven't I?
No, you're not there yet. You got a road sick filling your mirrors. I reckon you get a pit. I reckon you might pit here. Here he goes. In he goes. Yep. Lap 6. In you go. Wise move, my friend. Wise move. PJ Mack.
And you did
PJ Mack inherits the lead.
A pit lane penalty for going across the lines that Wayne has throughout his experience with us.
How many of those has Wayne got?
I think it wasn't a race go by without Wayne deciding that he would ignore the rule that you can't cross the line and incur a penalty. But that was, he just wanted to enjoy the race. He didn't worry about being penalised for that minor infraction. But yeah. I don't know how many times you got to tell a guy to stay off the line. He still did it. He did it every time. I mean, okay, God love him, but it doesn't do your race chances any good when you're copping a 3-second penalty. But that was the way he rolled. Well, I mean, in GT Sport, there was no physical penalty. We actually had to have race control guys that actually go through the replays and make sure that everyone changed their tyres and made sure that everyone didn't cross the pit lane or pit exit lines. And he would cop championship penalties every week for every race.
Therein lies the legend of WJ. Race control knew him well.
Race control knew him well, yet he was
a steward. They knew him well.
And knew the rules backwards. And that was the funny part.
That's right. He was a steward. He knew that. Yeah, exactly. But that'll be one of the mysteries of the fellow that we'll probably never
completely
understand. But yeah.
This version of the game, the updated version of the game penalises you for not changing tyres by giving you a minute penalty at the end of the race, and it actually gives you a 3-second penalty for crossing the line. So it does all that work for us. So in that end, the new version is good for us from the community point of view and the racing point of view, but it has its issues obviously with connection and lagging and all that sort of stuff that hopefully will come good in time.
Yeah, and it's still going to ping Wayne when he goes over the line too, which it did. So yeah.
Cheers.
We've received a message from Joper 88. Hello all, sending love to our dear friend Wayne. Wayne's friends and family, so proud to have called him a team member. one of the most hospitable and lovely people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing.
Here,
Thank you,
here.
Oh
Jacob.
wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's really nice for Joper to say that and to join in, because I know he doesn't race with us at the moment, but he's always been a good, fast, clean, respectful member of this league, and for him to tune in tonight is really top notch. So good on you, mate. Good on you, Joper.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jacob.
And his mention of teams, I mean, we should for those of that are watching that don't know some of the team structure that we have. Currently, we have 4 teams in the league. They being Mad Turtle Racing, which Mad Mitch is the captain. We
Yep.
have Road Sick Racing, Kez Audio and PJ Mac co-captains. We have Triple R, which is my team, co-captain with Ozred Raptor. And the final team is RoboSport Racing, or Team RSR as they are known. Basically, we've decided that we spice things up a little bit earlier on and have a teams championship that was on the line as well. So each team member, depending on the top 3 placings in each race, scored points towards the team championship. And we have run it. We haven't run a teams championship for the last couple of seasons, particularly because of this new update not being 100% accurate with its setup, etc. But we did do a lot on the Gran Turismo Sport. Road Sick Racing have won 2 championships, and Wayne was a member of Triple R, and we have won 4 championships. So that's the 6 championships that we've run thus far. And Triple R Motorsport doesn't have all the high flyers, but we seem to have a good average base, and we just seem to be able to accumulate points all the way through. And Wayne was a big contributor to that.
Sure was. Road Sick won those other 2, didn't they?
Yeah, mate.
Rick,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah,
Road
yeah,
Sick,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Road Sick 1, 2, Triple R have won 4. We did have a few other teams that have come and gone along the way, but we kind of we allow people to decide if they wish to join a team, or they can be a privateer. Once you've been with us for a few seasons and you become a regular player, then we're happy to include you and create your own team if you have 5 other members with you, or sorry, 4 other members, so there's 5 of you as a baseline for the teams. That way then you've got enough personnel to take part in any championship that we hold. I am going to have to start thinking about capping a few of these teams because they've got 13 and 14 members, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, no, it's all good fun, and it just adds a little bit of extra spice to the racing. Normally we'd all be running different team colours, as you've probably seen from some of the other videos on the YouTube channel. If you get to have a look at those, you'll just see that there are distinctive liveries for each team, all carrying our 3 major sponsors, Scorch Media, Never Quit and Dead Set Threads. They are our current sponsors, and a big thank you to them for helping us out in bringing this to everybody each week.
I'll just butt in, guys, and bring you to the attention of the top 3 who are... Oh, Zando pulls in, so he's out of the equation. But you've got PJ in front here. He's looking pretty good. He's on racing mediums. He's got a decent amount of fuel left, a quarter of a tank, and he's being hounded by Brucey behind him, who's on much better mediums with a lot more fuel. So I would say, well, I'd be putting my money on Brucey right now. I mean, Brucey's going to make a move, I'd say, on PJ Mack, who's not known for tyre preservation. Is that how you put it kindly, Mitch? What? I don't know how else you say it.
I wouldn't say he was the worst.
No, he's not the worst. No, he's not a turtle. No, but he's not great on tyres. But Brucey, who is a turtle, is really good on tyres and really good on strategy. And here he is sitting in a really good position here. Look at his tyres. Like, go forward to PJ. There, front left there's almost done. Like, it's finished. It's had enough for the
Maybe the
night.
other turtle should be listening to Bruce and his strategies.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. Like, do you?
Possibly quit.
Isn't that like a given in a team that you will talk amongst yourselves and work out straight? But anyway, let's go back to this guy, Ando, who's pitted. Or has he?
Where's he come out? Has he pitted?
Well, he's got really worn softs. He's got a lot more fuel.
No,
I thought he pitted, but he didn't. No, he didn't pit.
It was Gnarly that pitted.
Oh, okay. So we got Mad Mitch. He's a bit off the pace because he already pitted. Then we got the top three. We got Ando, whose softs are like seen better days. Then we got Brucey just in front of him with awesome mediums, but not a lot of fuel. And then we got PJ with really bad mediums and even less fuel. So he's holding both these guys up right now. So he's the plug in the sink here. So he's going to come under attack sometime soon, I would presume. Let's have a look behind him here. Look at his mirrors. Brucey's run wide. Endo's slipped in there. No, he hasn't. He's decided to hold off. PJ skipped away. Okay, here we are on lap 9, and PJ's off on his own here. He's looking pretty good. But you never know. You're only one bad corner away from a big old ding-dong battle again. I'm trying to remember the strategy that played out here, but it escapes me.
This guy to the quiet part of the race is at Ando.
Well,
Might
yeah,
skip through a
PJ.
few laps, mate. Skip through a few
Okay,
laps.
so PJ's pulling into the pits. Ando's in the pits. Brucey stays out. So let's skip forward a bit, and while we do, we might talk about some other stuff.
I just saw Kevin had left us. Thanks, Kevin, for joining us, mate. I was hoping that we'd be able to speak to you about Wayne from a personal point of view, but yeah, no dramas. Thanks for coming in, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
So here we've got Brucey. He eventually pitted. He went really long in his stint, and he's come out in 4th place. He's behind Ando and PJ and Mitch, who is in the lead. Maybe we should stay with this segment of the race. So Mitch is way out in the lead, actually. So how about you talk us through this part in the race as you smoke up your tyres?
Yeah,
And tell us what you're
try and
thinking.
get away, but I didn't get away far enough. As you can see, I'm smoking my tyres.
No worries, Kevin.
Yeah, so those mediums, you've obviously pitted. You've got relatively
pitted
fresh
early.
tyres.
I pitted early, but have I pitted
Okay,
too
so
early, maybe?
you've inherited the lead. How much of a lead is it? Is what we want. What we're thinking. Go
it's a
back
good-
to PJ. We'll go.
It'd be a good 4 seconds, I'd say, by looking at the track map.
Yeah, we've lost the
Telemetry.
timing for some reason.
That's
Apologies,
unfortunate-
folks.
Yeah, normally the timing would be there, but that's another issue with the current rollout. They haven't got all their bells and whistles completely sewn up, including making sure that the timing is recorded on the replay. We do see it while we're racing, so we can actually measure and keep distances in check between in front of us and behind us. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't show up on the replay.
No,
Well, hot tip for you, he doesn't stay out in front. He gets caught by these guys behind.
Or does
oh, does
does
he
he?
get caught, or do you have to pit? Maybe you get done in the pits, or do they take you on track?
I think it's all on track.
Oh, can't help bad luck, I guess, can you?
PJ's thrown in a hot time, and then Endo's gone a hot time as well.
PJ's purple at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Purple is the quickest sector up to that time.
Yep.
Purple is.
Yep.
So if we were to maybe, take things back to Wayne a bit and talk about his time at Trailblazers.
Yep.
Rick, is there any other stats or something you could quote from him, or
Nothing.
or tidbits if you like? We've already mentioned everything really, but I mean, from a personal perspective, myself, I can obviously mention that he was obviously a very knowledgeable racer. Every time I was on track with him, if I was ever caught behind him at some point, like you would see here, he would be massively respectful. He would understand if someone was quicker than him. He would not hold them up. He knew the racing rules. He would be hard and fair. He knew how to defend. He knew, what was the limit of defending, I guess you would say it.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with Wayne. A very knowledgeable, respectful guy when it came to racing, when it came to, racing fake cars, I guess is how you call it, this is what we do, this is on make-believe tracks, this is what we do, so, but that's somewhat, belittling it to a certain extent, because it really does take a little bit of effort to be good at this game and to be good at racing, and the game is so realistic that guys that have been good at this game have been offered real life racing seats in real cars, so
the top flight, absolutely.
at the top echelon, so the game really is a good indicator of how you would conduct yourself on track or in real life. So the fact that Wayne never really created a problem for me, or I had a problem with him, that speaks volumes for him, in my opinion. So I just wanted
I don't
to...
think he had a problem with anybody.
No,
can't
he
recall any time.
didn't have a bad
He
bone
was
in his
always a
body.
nice playing,
Absolutely.
nice playing driver.
That's right. I mean, maybe an ironic, anecdote of this whole thing is that although he was a steward, he never himself probably ended up in the steward's room, did he?
No, I don't think he would.
I would doubt it. I would highly doubt it.
I could have
Pit
a look
lane
at the
penalties
archive,
is
but yes, pit lane penalties.
That's race control. Yeah, that's it. But when it comes to argy-bargy and doing the wrong thing, I think he would never. I never saw him do that. I always saw him. If he didn't have the line into a corner, he would give it up. He would not fight you into the corner and block you, and but I don't know, mate. Well, that's my experience with him anyway. Yeah.
Comment from Loveland. This is so apt. It says, so pleased to see how mature Wayne became. He was never that fair when we played backyard cricket. According to him, he was never out.
Yeah, of course.
Love it.
He's the baby of the family, you got away with it.
Of course. No, look. The funny thing is
Well, there you go. I wish we knew that info before we went door to door with him at Trailblazers. That would have been good to know.
But he was so. And look, the biggest thing we're going to miss is when it came to Tottenham Spurs, hey? As says Frank. The biggest thing we're going to miss is his persona coming in and joining our chats. I mean, every night it would just be this. He would join in and it would be
hello. That's right. That's right. That was iconic. Yep.
I mean,
that's right.
You knew he was there.
Yep, exactly. Unmistakable. Yep.
Yeah, and it was just this light that turned on as soon as he came into the lobby. Always late, so he'd miss half the conversation, so we'd have to do the conversations later on. But he would always be in with everybody post race. Always sharing tidbits, whether he's found something in the game that was better, especially from a team point of view. We'd have our team nights where we practice and that sort of thing, and he'd help out with what he could. I know he was on controller, whereas a lot of us have steering wheels, etc. So a lot of the stuff that he was discovering didn't quite come across to all of us, but he seemed to find good strategies for fuel economy and all that sort of stuff, and just sort of working out, how long to be on certain tyres for the race duration. A real team player.
Yeah, he was definitely up there with the likes of the Brucey and whatnot with strategy and thinking man's racer. He wasn't just a go hard till your tyres are gone and then pit if you have to. He definitely used to think things out, and as we've already touched upon, he'd make his way up from the back of the pack to the top half of the pack, if not a podium. Just through sheer being smart about it, basically.
Being smart and avoiding the carnage, because inevitably, some of these races. I mean, we try our hardest to make racing etiquette a focus, so everyone gives everyone room, but obviously mistakes happen with racing. But he would have this uncanny knack to avoid trouble and fight his way through the field quicker because people were having accidents, and we always set full damage on, so you have to pit once you have an accident because you've got to repair the car, and that's just something that he was able to avoid.
And of course he was pretty much. Yeah, I mean, his forte was not outright pace, because he would always be the last one to join. So everyone else has been practicing for an hour or more, so they were obviously on pace. And poor old Wayne was
showing up cold.
Showing up cold turkey. Yeah, he's like just grip it and rip it. It's like so he had to. And in retrospect, I understand his strategy. It was like, hang back, wait till everyone else makes their mistakes. They can all screw up here and there and have a collision, run off track or whatever. I'll just waltz on through, and then my strategy will come into play. I'll run the mediums long, and it invariably just worked out for him. Night in, night out. It was like really smart, really clever racing.
That's a really lovely story that Loughlin's sharing about his rally experiences and how he and his mate tore off and missed a turn to get a clue. I would say it was one of the scavenger hunt rallies. I've done a few in my time, and you miss a clue and miss a turn off, and you can be miles behind the pack.
I don't know if you dropped out through the whole story then, Rick.
No.
I heard it.
You good?
Yeah.
You heard it? All right.
Yeah.
It's just me then.
Just you, yeah. Good.
It's just you dropping back in third there, Mitch. Like, what's happening with you at the moment in this race? It looks like you might be
Tyres are in
just
trouble.
you're in trouble.
Tyre
You're in trouble as usual.
Yep.
You're gonna fight your backside off to stay in third, but how are you gonna go? Who knows? Who knows? You've got a fired-up Brucey behind you on fresh tyres. What's he got? Fresh softs. And you're on worn mediums. You're in danger, baby. You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble.
Apparently there's a bit of echo when coming through your mic too, Endo. Just a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Could
It's
be.
been told by a viewer.
Okay, I've got a monitoring set of headphones on the desk in front of me. It's probably coming through my mic, so I will move them away, and hopefully that will fix the problem.
Okay, so Brucey's made short work of you, Mitch. He's going to move through now. He may well take second in this race, will he? I can't remember. But how are you feeling right now, Mitch? You've got one lap to go. You're on very worn mediums. You're very vulnerable here. Mal is... oh, he's got a 2-second penalty, so he's just... yeah, he's just said goodbye to... I was going to say, were you feeling nervous about...
Yeah, I was watching Mal coming
position.
up behind me there.
Yeah. Nah, he
I didn't want to
got...
lose anymore.
He got hurt. Tim runs wide.
So Tim's got absolutely no tyres left, and he's hit the wall. Yep.
Wow, have a look at that. Tim Turtle, if you are in chat right now, I want you to come in and tell us what the hell you were thinking right now at this stage of the race. Oh my God, your front left is good night, Irene. Oh my God.
Yep, hard racing, pushing too hard. I
Right,
didn't like
okay.
that tyre anyway.
Right, but are you going to hold off Mal? No, you're not, are you? Well, you're going to try. You're going to try. No, you let him pass. Okay.
Yeah,
He loves thirsty Merc, apparently.
As you can see, Tim's connection and Mal's connection to the server obviously isn't as tight as it could be. So you can see them both bouncing around off each other. So that is.
But
one
it's
of the
tighter
things.
than Tim's front left is with the surface of the track. But anyway, sorry, Rick. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right.
I'm just laughing at this. This is unbelievable. I have never seen a front left this bad in my life.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh my God! And Rusty Nuts redresses. Oh my God, Rusty!
He didn't have to, mate.
No, it wasn't your fault. It was Tim's front left's fault. Rusty.
The smoke, he's got a power steering leak too. So
Power steering leak now as well. You're blaming the equipment, mate.
Yeah. It's all gone haywire. Oh my God. WJ would have pitted on the previous lap. I would have thought. Yeah.
Oh, not the previous. Probably 2 laps ago at least.
Probably, yeah.
Wayne was nicer to his tyres than Tim.
True.
I think Tim's just having a go here. He's getting excited. He's trying to drift a Genesis, which is not gonna. Oh, and he smokes up the front right, and he loses 7th place as well, does he?
Yep.
No, he's gonna fight it. He's gonna fight it. Oh, and he bumps Rusty onto the bridge, and he tries to fight it. He's not giving it up here, folks. We'll go ahead to Rusty, who's on mediums, but they're much fresher, so he should be fine. He should be able to hold off Tim, no problem. But Tim, let's have a look and see if Tim's racing etiquette is up to scratch.
No,
He just gets double crossed and he loses it. Yeah.
he's doing a drift last lap, mate. That's all it is.
He is trying to get his front left full red. I think it's a full red challenge.
It's a challenge.
He's literally trying to go full red. It's like a Tropic Thunder moment.
Thanks for your comments, Crashy. Yeah, he will be sadly missed. Absolutely.
Thank you, Crashy.
Yeah.
It was an honour
Yeah,
to have
good on you,
racing with
Crashy.
you and have got away with so much banter with you. God bless to you, Wayne, and your family, Crashy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Crashy. Good on you, mate. Thanks for contributing.
And guys, if you're not already a subscriber to our channel, please do so. Button down below. I regularly stream from my view live when I'm racing, and then occasionally we will do events like this where we'll have full commentary, and not so much the banter that we have tonight, because tonight's something a little special. And yeah, do the subscribe and yeah, watch our races. Now, as we swap over,
We're going to go to the Thursday night race, but if I just have a quick time check, how are we going for time?
yeah,
Do we want to do Thursday or Friday, guys? Up to you.
I think we do Friday. Skip Thursday. Friday was the bigger night with the bigger.
The bigger cars.
Well, the bigger cars for one, and more participation on the Friday night.
Yeah, I would normally say like do the one, the Ando one, but that's right. He won them both. He won them both. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
We can
All good.
yeah, have the what is it? Timmy's exploits for later on.
Yeah, let's do the last race.
We'll do we'll do the Timmy's worth at the end, just to highlight it. Yeah.
Just to highlight it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do Friday. Okay, so that's Group 3 cars, whereas the last race we just saw was Group 4 cars.
That's right.
And we're on a different, slightly different layout, aren't we? So it's a longer.
The long version in reverse. This one.
Okay, so yeah, this is the epitome of racing here, folks, in GT7. It's St. Croix, the whole track. You got to know the whole lot of it. You got to go around for a good 2 minutes plus on the limit and with no mistakes. And that's how you bank a good lap at this track. It's not hard to, not easy to do. But let's see how the folks here at Trailblazers handle it. I'm sorry, my PlayStation is black screening. It'll wake up in a minute, I hope. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about like why did like Wayne love this track. Does anyone know why? Like, was that?
Well, as I said earlier, I think it was the fact that it's a wide track. It's forgiving if you make mistakes. Although, if you make a mistake and you're in a wall, in most cases, so you have a little bit of time to correct a small mistake. Big mistakes, you pay heavily. Yeah, it was just the nature of the flow of the track and the fact that it was so long. Well, this one in particular.
I actually personally, I personally myself, I really love this track as well.
Yeah.
I can't speak for Wayne, obviously, but I just know my favourite tracks are the tracks I'm quickest at.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, to everyone else. So if I'm fast somewhere compared to Mitch, then I'm going to like that track. You know, I'll be voting for it any day of the week. So I guess Wayne was probably quickest at this location. You know, in all its forms. you know, it suits a certain, it suits a certain style of driver, you know, like more flowing track where you have to be smoother and less aggressive and
Absolutely.
and that's how I would describe
Bit
how
more
he
rhythmic
drove. So yeah, it's a flow. Yeah, it's all about this track is all about flow. Absolutely. And I apologise, Rick. I may have to do a restart.
That's all right, mate. That is fine. What we'll do is we'll take a 5-minute break, get it all sorted, and we'll be back shortly. See you soon. back on.
But, okay, we're back on.
All right, sorry about that. Endo's restarted his PlayStation, and now we have the replay of the Friday night. Is that correct? Yes, see reverse.
Yes,
This
it
is-
is. The lights are about to go out.
Okay, now again, everyone had the opportunity to download a livery to go on the cars. I decided as a tribute to Wayne, he was part of my team. I did all the team liveries, so I ran his very last livery he actually ran on the server in competition, that one there. And so I've put that on my car and added a couple of tribute stickers on the side of it, just in memory of Wayne and what he all meant to me and my team and the server. So here we go.
Here we go. And we're going to stick with you, Rick, to see how good you started this. Let's see what happens.
You don't want to see this one, mate. You don't want to
Away
see
you
that
go
one.
now.
Don't forget
These
to
cars
put-
are rear-wheel drive, so they're not four-wheel drive, so a little bit of throttle control might be required. Rick makes a good move there, gets gain on Scotty, but Scotty gets pumped into Rick, and Rick gets spun. And that's, yeah, Rick and Scotty. Ironically, Scotty, and I don't think it's either of theirs fault, but that was, that was not through any fault of their own, folks. That was just the game physics and, yeah, maybe some other drivers being over ambitious into turn one. Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. But true to form, I was really reenacting Wayne's driving from this point on because I was in last place.
There you go. There you go. So you've got last place. You've got it all to do. Last to first challenge. Here you go. And there we go. There's Mal recovering from a grass excursion. How's your mowing skills, Mal? Move up to battle between Mike Guru and Ping. Gnarly in front of them. Nose to file. This is a very tricky corner, but crucial. You got to start wide and cut in, and that's not really how you're meant to take it. Bit of Armco involved there, and you don't really want that. That tends to slow your progress.
Ping just said, yeah, that was my fault. You and Scotty went into the wall. Yeah, we know, Pingers. We know, mate. Now, the beauty of this community is that we all have a laugh post-race. Some of us think that we're racing for sheep stations during the race, but no, we're all friends at the end of the day. And the other good thing about the community, I mean, Ping is one of our youngest members. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate. You're 15, whereas we have members that are in their mid to late 60s. So we have a huge array of players, age groups, backgrounds, and we all come together under this umbrella of fun and community and enjoy each other's company and go racing 3 nights a week. In some cases we do extra activities on top of that as well, but it's all about having fun with mates, creating those relationships and supporting one another along the way. And I think that was probably one of the big things that attracted Wayne to our league was the fact that the community was there as well, and that he made such good friendships with those of us here that he did. I don't believe he raced anywhere else. To my knowledge, I don't believe he did. I know he did. As part of this game, you can race on the game provided racing series against people in the Oceania region, so from New Zealand, from Japan, through the Asian countries, in what they call the daily race, and he'd like to do that. I believe his driver rating was an A rate. Last I remember, it was an A rating, which is in the top 5%, I think, of races playing the game. So he wasn't a slouch when it came to skill level.
He used to send me his stats
Yeah.
time and time again. I got promoted to a B because I crashed or something. Or
Oh,
Did he ever get to A plus, mate?
I think he did briefly, and then he did something stupid. And
Okay.
probably
Well, that's cool. That's worth noting. If you get there once, that's good enough. Normally.
all the
Absolutely.
stuff he used to send. I said, it was like white noise after a while. Occasionally, it just managed to don't play. Actually, what would happen is I'd look at he sent me a video and I start it up and I see it's 1 hour 45 minutes and go, yeah, no.
that would have been one of these.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't have that much time. But, he did.
Yeah.
Certainly, but, now, I will recount that story. I was telling you before, but so apparently not many people knew that he was a man mountain. He was 6'6", so he was a big dude, and he had the weight to go with it. He was not a small man by any stretch of the imagination. And I remember when the first time he came over to my house, my daughter was 2. She was terrified of him. Biggest person she had ever seen walk through the door, and she was just, she ran away. But after a while, she, like most people, she would realise he's not a bad dude, and then couldn't get away from him after that. But I was telling a story that one of the other guys who was online earlier, Frank, who used to all work together at Origin Energy many years ago. Actually, so did Loveland, for that matter. That's how we all met, through work. And he was talking about, this is before GT, about getting a wheel to use on the PlayStation, probably 2 back then, and actually probably the 3. Anyway, must have been a slow day at work, so he photoshopped his head onto model who was sitting behind the steering wheel. So you got Wayne's gigantic head on this petite little white model, because he's Indian, by the way. So nothing, probably really frowned upon now, sort of mismatch. But anyway, so yeah, it was quite a good thing. And then we got bored, so we sent it around the office. So that made the accountants very happy. No, we used to play online, and we used to do Need for Speed.
Yeah.
That was the game, like Hot Pursuit 2 way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then when the PS3 released Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, we would race on that. Wayne would kick my butt when he was the cop. Oh, sorry, when I was the cop, I'd kill him. When he was the cop, he'd kill me. Like, in races, actually, let me rephrase that. In races, he left me for dead. Every time. I couldn't catch him. I don't know, he had nitro in the damn car or something. I could never get near him. But every time I was the cop and you could use all the power-ups, he used to take him down, and he used to get really, really annoyed because he considered himself the better racer. But it wasn't racing, it was cheating when you had the power-up.
You had the quick fixes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the spike strips and the
come on, dude. I don't have those in GT. That's not fair, man. Why are you using them now? It's not fair.
Pretty much. So you use the EMP when he's going around a corner and basically put him into the wall every single time, and it used to just... He never said a bad word, but you could hear him down the other end of the line getting pretty frustrated. So,
you know the common phrase is like never said a bad word. I never heard him say a bad word either. And I was a steward with him. I did 2 seasons, maybe 3, like as a steward, and we were talking about incidents, and this guy did that, and that guy did this, and I don't care about what you think. And all this bloody, and Rick, Peanut was there for the whole lot of it, and we were breaking down incidents to the nth degree, and like I never heard WJ get out of line, never heard him speak out of turn or interrupt someone or raise his voice even to be rude, because every time he had his say, everyone was listening.
Absolutely.
And like who's this friend now that is in this chat? Like, what's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin, sorry, mate. I've had a couple of St Andrews tonight. Not a bad drop. Yeah, but this is my point to make you, and this is what I think is pertinent. Like, every time he had something to say, he used to wait. He used to wait until everyone had shut up, and then he'd say his piece. And it would be so considered and so well structured and so logical, if you want to say, like, it made sense. On point. It was on point. And it just made sense, but the timing of it was the more important aspect of it. Like, he knew how to work a room. You know, like, he knew how to run a meeting. Like, you know, that's my take on the guy. And I didn't even know him that long. Fuck. I just, you know, but I immediately had this admiration for him as a highly functioning individual. That's how I would describe him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the annoying habit of constantly being right. Which
Well, yes, that is that is exactly, and they either choose to rub it in your nose or they don't. They wait till next time, then they'll rub it in your nose.
he also had a very long memory, which I'm sure most of you would be aware of.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's also, yes. I mean, this is, so he was intelligent. Is that what you would say, Kevin?
Oh, absolutely.
So this is
Drop a word with that.
textbook. Yeah. He was just a smart guy. Yeah. This is, to me, a smart guy. Like, you're ticking all the boxes.
Absolutely.
Like, high funk, like, just really smart guy. And a lot of people in life are smart, but they fuck it up because they're emotionally wrecked. They're wrecked, you know, like everything else is wrong. So just because you can add 1 and 2 together doesn't mean you're going to be successful in life. But to me, Wayne, I knew him for about a year or so. Just high functioning is how I would describe him. Like, just really smart guy that was probably on top of everything we were talking about, but he didn't need to interject to let us know that he knew that.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're arguing this, we're talking about that, we're, you know, and Wayne's there just on top of it all, and he's not going to interject to agree with me or agree with Raptor, because he knows that doing so will make it worse.
Exactly.
So he knows that stay out of it for now, and bide your time, and then you will come into the conversation. You know, that's high level functioning. That's high level shit.
Yeah. No, he would definitely, you know, his opinion was always valid. He'd always had the point, and he had the right point.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, but just going back to the comments coming through, Trackstars Racing Series, they're our sister series. Thanks for your comments, guys. He will be missed by all of us. I know that many of you that race with us or have raced with him on the General Dailies, know of him and know what type of a person he was, and he is going to be a big loss to us. This is what tonight's all about, is to remember a really top bloke, a great mate, and someone that has contributed so much in the background to the running of this series. And I know I will certainly miss his presence, and I know that Raptor, who could not be with us tonight, is feeling exactly the same way. He has not really recovered from the news himself. He's a very shattered man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and we all missed him at Road Sick and Turtles, obviously, hugely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned earlier, that this part of his life was his. We weren't in any real way aware of it until after the fact. Like I knew he did this. He always mentioned, "Sorry, got to go do this race," and I used to go, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
that was his thing overnight. But I think because he looked after his mum as much as he did, and as you know, this was his escape. This was where he went to get away from real
yeah,
life for a couple of hours, whatever.
yeah,
And he also had his Star Trek community, which you guys have mentioned in the comments
yeah. We
as we've
knew
been
it.
talking the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we knew he was a big Trekkie.
He is.
And some of us are closet Trekkies, but we do know the series, we do enjoy the series, but yeah, he was another level of fan, and
He
we
was out
knew
and
that.
proud, let me tell you. With Trek, oh my god. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mentioned earlier that he was a smart guy. Do you want to know the one time I could get over him?
yeah.
Please do. Let us know.
Please let us know.
Was when, like, recently in particular, you had Star Trek Discovery. Not
Yep.
Discovery, Strange New Worlds.
Strange New
And he
Worlds.
was
Yep.
sending me the reviews every week. It's a 10, it's a 10, it's a 10. Okay. So I would just bait him every week going, it's about a 4. And then he would proceed to tell me why I was wrong. For the next 3 days.
That's him all over. That's him all over.
He knew it was this smelly bait that I threw out there.
Yeah.
But he could not resist. He had to tell me why I was wrong. And infinite detail. And it was like, this is actually fun. So I'm going to keep doing this. And so, like we watched all that sort of crap together. We went and saw the movies on the big screen and whatever else. And
Yeah.
it's going to be weird because he's looking forward to Lower Decks in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
And he was really looking forward to that coming back. And so,
Yeah.
not to be, but so as I said, I could bait him with Star Trek every single time. I'd just make a negative, disparaging comment, and he was off.
No, he's sitting up there with Leonard Nimoy and co, and they're going to be watching it together.
Oh, I'm sure he is. That was pretty good. So I think Loveland mentioned earlier that the funeral will be Wednesday. I'm not sure if you guys saw that.
No, I didn't. No, sorry.
So it'll be 11 o'clock on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be live streamed. So I will send everything out to you guys.
Fantastic. I will share that for those that aren't part of our Discord via the Facebook page, so you can.
Yeah, because a lot of us we're not in Melbourne. Yeah.
We're not in Melbourne. As you probably gathered, we cover the globe because of the unique nature of gaming, where you do not have to be in the same country. You can be anywhere in the planet and join. And our membership covers all corners of the globe. We have races registered from Canada, from the US, from the UK, Netherlands, the Middle East, and Asia. All join us on a regular basis. They may or may not have run with WJ in their time with us, but as I said, we just all can't be in Melbourne next week. So we'll definitely be there in spirit, and we'll definitely watch the broadcast of the service.
Yeah, I just want to mention someone's comment. One of the fastest guys on controller I have ever met has chimed in, and it's really nice of him to do so. But he's saying he was a Hyundai man just like me. You will be missed, Wayne. Rest in peace. Sending all my love to your family and friends. And that's from Nicholas, who I believe is N Spud, who is the fastest guy on controller that I know. Who is one of the fastest guys in this game. So that is quite epic of him to say that. And I know he runs his own league, and he's a very busy man, and he's taken the time to do that, and I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Absolutely, and he does race with us on the nights that he's not racing in his own league, and as I said, he runs Track Stars, and they're a sister league to us. They run on a different evening to us, and a lot of the players from both leagues run in both leagues. So great for him to tune in tonight as well. And
Yeah, good on him. Yep, good on
his
him.
sentiments mirror everybody else's here. The fact that it is, it's such a tragic loss to not only his family but the community that we have here.
Yeah, it is because Wayne he didn't run in track stars, he didn't race there, but other leagues are now chiming in or sending messages. So it's just indicative of how we are. This whole community, even though we're not in the same league, we're all in the same community. So we all. We care about each other. We know about each other. These things travel.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, like yourself, Andrew, you run in many leagues, and you come across many people that's across all different areas, and they're all sharing the same passion, which is this game. And the community and friendships that you bond along the way is just another level to this game.
The important thing is community, right there. What you said, community. So Wayne was not in their league, but the guy that runs that league just came on board and shouted out to him right there. I mean that's huge. That's huge. That's what we do here. Online.
Andrew doesn't like me in my Hyundai. He just responded. Well done, Nick.
I never do. I don't like how Hyundai's full stop. Yeah.
You raced pretty well last week, mate.
Well, I race pretty well at anything, really.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Give him a wheelbarrow, you probably do well. I'd like to see him in a wheelbarrow race, actually.
Let's do it. Bring it on. As long as BAP's on, I'm in there.
Be hitting all these apexes.
Yes, no. Go-karts.
Nah, but all these leagues, I am in a few, I'll give you that. But all these leagues, they've all heard of the loss.
Yeah.
And they all have sent their respects either through me or directly to this broadcast tonight. So my hat's off to all the leagues. Said, WJ, we love you, bro. You were part of this community. We recognise what you love. You love racing cars, being fast in fake cars. So that's what we do.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, we include everybody. We include everybody, and that's it. Because you want to join, go for it. You race clean,
and we're and we're including people with disabilities, people that can't otherwise race a car in real life because you're in a wheelchair or something, or I've got friends that are faster than me. They're in a bloody wheelchair, for God's sake, but they're faster at this stuff than me because they're naturally fast. Yeah. So if you've got a passion or a inkling or a liking to go and fast in a car, it doesn't matter whether you do it in real life or in a game. It really doesn't.
No,
if you've got it, you've got it. You just do it, and you're going to be fast. And some of my fastest friends are in wheelchairs, and they're on controller, and they're faster than me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Mad Mitch and Tim Turtle, two examples of that. Great blokes.
Exactly.
Fast on the game, and unfortunately,
they just shit on tyres. Yeah. Sorry, I had to say it. Sorry, you can edit out the shit bit, can you? Yeah.
We are live. I haven't got the mute button, unfortunately, brother.
7 seconds.
Okay, sorry. We'll
Down St Andrews down there,
no. What I can do is I can go back through the pack to the first turtle who's on controller. Okay, so here we are. We're with Tim Turtle right now, who's leading the pack for the turtles. We can have a look at his tyre wear. How do you do that? Display all, yep. Okay, he's looking pretty good. He's like halfway through the race. Fresh mediums. He's in 7th place out of 14. So he's somewhat off the pace, but he may be in a good spot here to tactically challenge for the podium. Let's go up ahead here. Let's have a look. Ando. Okay, he's on racing mediums also. He's on lap 8. They're slightly worn, but hardly. So what's he going to do? Is he going to pit? Is he going to take on some fuel? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens. What do you guys think's going to happen? Who's going to win?
Do you want the hot tip there, though? The hot tip?
No. I'm just going to get up and go grab another Grant Burge. You guys tell me what's going to happen. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me right now.
I say he'll pit. And I'll go to the pits.
On lap 7. On
What's
lap
his fuel like?
7. Okay. Off the mediums.
We've got a message here. Rick Bruce the Shark. Wayne is the top bloke, always cheerful, and will be sadly missed. Condolences to family and friends. Thank you, Bruce, for that comment.
Brucey.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks for dropping in and having a chat too, Brucey. And by the way, if anybody is watching and wants to jump in and have a chat, the chat is open. Yeah, jump in.
He's going to win worst quote of the year.
Nicholas, come on, bro. We're trying to keep. Yeah, come on, Nicholas. We're trying to maintain the suspense here. Come on, help a brother out.
We all know it's a foregone conclusion, mate. But you know, I mean, how
Well,
many?
we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't until Nicholas had to bloody ruin it for everyone. Nicholas.
Another message from Rob, aka Bob, from the first race. Rest in peace, WJ. Condolences to you, to his family and friends. One of the good guys who will be sadly missed. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Good on you,
Rob
mate.
Recital.
I mean, Wayne's family's going to watch this, you know, so I reckon we should put on a good show. Come on, Rusty. Come on. You can do it.
Who are we on board with here, Ando? Who's this?
Rusty.
Well, we're on board with Rusty, who is a new member to the league. He's showing some pace, actually. I wouldn't be too avert to approach him, to recruit him for roadsing, to be honest.
He's actually a Robbo Sport racer.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, really? Oh, great. Because I'm going to say, he's giving Gnarly a hard time, and Gnarly's not bad. Gnarly's pretty fast. Hang on, let's go forward to... Oh, Gnarly's on worn mediums. He's in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to have to give it up. Yeah, give it up. Yeah, you're on empty. Okay, so he's got a pit stop advantage here. So let's go away from that contest. Let's go back to Tricky. We all know Tricky, although he doesn't often. Excursion to the grass is not how I would describe Tricky. Sorry, Tricky. We just had to cut to you at that time. Sorry about that.
No, Tricky did send his apologies too.
Yeah.
Working late tonight, so he wanted so much to actually be part of this evening, but unfortunately work commitments wouldn't allow him. So he will be watching this when he gets home later on this evening.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Send his condolences.
Yep.
I just also got a question from Nick about when Wayne actually became part of what is now Trailblazers. I can tell you that, Trailblazers initially was started by Dan Zambi in form of the Dan Zambi Australia-New Zealand League way back in beginning of 2019. Wayne didn't come on to that until around about July of that year. Then Dan had to relocate, and it was left to me to basically carry what was then a regular 7-night-a-week racing league that we did at 11 o'clock at night, as I mentioned earlier. I then decided to thin it out a little bit because it was getting a little much to run each week. In the end of 2019, I created Trailblazers after merging with somebody else, because at that stage I'd started work, because I'd been out of work for some time. To cut a long story short, that fell through, so I ended up carrying the can for that whole period of time and through until March 2020. During that time, we'd raced as a team in other leagues, as well as running our league here. And then, April 25th, 2020 was the first race we did under the Trailblazers Esports banner. That's when my good mate Oswald Raptor and myself got together. Raptor being a web designer, designed our website and created a professional league with full rules and regulations that everybody currently enjoys here. And it has just grown with numbers. We now, after a little bit of a clean out of people that have obviously left the game, to over 200 members and growing daily. Unfortunately, we had the change of game in the beginning of this year, which has meant that there's been another drop-off of players because of the fact that this game wasn't as polished as Gran Turismo Sport. But it is getting there, and we're just trying to do regular racing until such time as we can do a proper season, a structured season with championships. But yeah, he's been here for quite some time, nearly 3 years. So that's why it's such a loss to me, because he was such a good friend, and he's meant so much in the background that he will be missed by the community in a huge way. And he has a big pair of shoes to fill when it comes to the assistance that he gave us.
Who are we talking to here that was one of his friends? Like
Kevin.
Kevin? Who? So who have we got here? Kevin.
Yeah. Nick was
And Nicholas.
and Spud's on the chat.
Oh, Inspud. Oh, screw him. He knows how to race. He doesn't know shit. I don't need to talk to him, but I need to talk to Kevin.
Okay.
So, are you with me, Kevin? Okay, so Endo here. I haven't been with Trailblazers long, or any, I'm relatively new. But although I've known these guys for 2 years, right? So yeah. All I want to say is that Wayne was the consummate gentleman. He was always deferring and waiting till you had your say, right? When you were pissed off and you had fucking argument about an incident or something, he would wait till you have your say, and then he would shut you down. He would kill you with his, he'd tell you why you're wrong. He was such a nice guy. He was just one of those people that deferred to you all the time, and then he would have his say. That's all I have to say.
Yes, he was a good assassin.
Silent assassin. That's probably a good approximation of the bloke. Yeah.
Yeah, had a really good sense of humour too.
Shit, yeah, yes.
One-liners, it would just absolutely crack you.
Yes. Rye, yes, exactly. Sorry, so thanks, Rick. I fucking meant to mention that. Like his wry sense of humour was like define the guy. Fuck me, he was funny. I really loved that about him. Some of his shit on Discord was just gold, and they were one-liners too.
And yeah, very pertinent, very pertinent. No. Great observations, great input, always there, you know, ready to throw, you know, put up his hand to help. You know, what more can you ask from someone, you know? And this was, like most of us, an escape, and he made sure that he did everything he could to keep the dream alive. And it has worked. We've been going for over 2 years, and you know, we've never had a mass exodus of you know, people. We've got a regular core group. Admittedly, at the moment, it's down on our usual numbers. That's because of you know, people's, you know, lives changing with you know, everyone going back to work, etc. And yes, the game is not up to scratch, but we will keep pushing along. We'll keep providing the same racing that we always do, and hopefully we will get bigger and better again. We're not going anywhere fast.
Right, Mitch, where are you at this point in the race? How are you going tonight?
Behind Scotty.
Oh, hang on. You just made it hay while the sun shined right there. I think. Poor old Scotty, God. No wonder Scotty's not here tonight. That was terrible. That was terrible. He's collecting Armco every which way but loose.
Oh,
Which reminds me of a Clint Eastwood movie, but anyway, I'm showing my age now.
Yep.
So,
mate, we're the same age, mate. So yeah, I remember it well too. But yeah, no.
Oh, you do?
Yep. I clawed my way back up the field. I was running 9th at one stage, and then had a pit stop and dropped back to 11th. So good recovery from last place.
Okay, we're looking at you now in 11th, in the beautiful livery, with fresh tyres. Let's see what you can do, Rick. Let's see what you can do. Oh, but you're pulling into the bits. What are you doing now?
Tactical, going back onto softs and topping up because of the lack of fuel to the end.
Okay. Well, let's have a look and see how much a pit stop costs you in a Trailblazers race. And is it worth it? As he comes out just behind WJF73, and he's right on his tail, actually. He's going to hassle him into turn 3, but he's going to settle down, let his tyres warm up. Let's see what he can do. I mean, let's have a look here. He's on softs. What about Robbo? What's Robbo on? He's on softs too. So what can Rick do here? Can he pressure the guy? Can he make a move here, folks? I know this has no bearing on the stream tonight, but because the host is involved, I have to stick with it. Sorry, people. The host is going to make a move here, I think. What is going to happen? They're neck and neck down the back straight, folks. They've both got the same power. Rick's got the slip. He's having to think about it into the turn at the end of the long straight. He's going to have a go here. He's going to get on the brakes. Is he too deep? No, he's not. He has actually held onto it. And let's have a look in the rear vision mirror. Robbo comes back at him. And we're in, oh my God, they're side by side. And he's on the marbles and it's all going to end in tears. And no, it doesn't. He holds onto it. And they're tail to tail on the bridge. how they're going to go. He's breaking early, really early. He's being conservative, but he still runs wide. Begs the question why, but he gives him a gap. WJF73 gets away from him, but Rick has the run now, and he goes deep into the right-hander. Yes, he does a little bit. Gets on the gas early, that's good, but he's got a long way to make up. He's a long way behind now.
It gets better.
Can he do it? I hope so, because the guy in front is gapping him, and I hope it doesn't continue, because we're going to have to go back to the next guy behind you. So he's flat out into the left-hander. Mal is miles. So Robbo runs wide, which invites Rick back to the party, and here we go, folks. The right-hander before the left-hander. Who's gonna? Rick runs wide. No, he botches it. Now it's the tight left-hander. Who's gonna do it better than the other? Oh God, it's about a 1 second disadvantage. It's very tight, folks. It's very tight. Lap 11 of 14. We've only got 3 to go, but we can't stick with them for that long, can we? That'll be boring. We'll have to go ahead for a bit, and we'll find some more interesting people. Here we go. Let's go to Scotty. No, he's on his own. Let's go to Rusty Nuts. He's on his own.
Boring, Rick.
No.
Well, they're all fucking ahead of him. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. They're all ahead of him. So if he was ahead of them, I might hang back. But come on, Rusty Nuts. He's a nice bloke. He's actually right up behind Gnarly. He's about to take him. You guys on the wrong tyres are really in trouble, I think.
What
Not
tyres
to
is he
mention-
on? You gotta give us
Well,
the
I'm
view.
not telling you, because then you might cheat. Oh, that's right, it's a replay. It doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter when you win.
We already know where we finished, mate.
Looks like we've got a battle forming between Tricky Brewer and PJ. It's rather close.
Okay, well, let's skip forward to them. Skippy, let's go to Skippy, Timmy, and PJ. Well, where are they?
Behind you.
What are you talking about, Tim?
Fourth and fifth.
Well, like
Go
everyone,
back one. Go back one.
Oh, right.
Got fourth and fifth.
Right. Sorry about the chase cam. Oh, let's get out of that. That's ugly, that chase cam. Like, who would race in that view? Seriously.
Who would do that?
Jesus. It's the worst view ever. Okay, so Gnarly's in 7th. That's obviously irrelevant. Sorry. Let's go up to Tim. That's okay. We'll gobble him up later. Let's go back to PJ. Okay, so PJ's been hammered by Tricky. Okay. Which is obviously bad. He's about to be over talk because Mitch is right up his ass. Obviously, right?
Freeway battle there.
Yeah, so one good corner and it's all over. Mitch is going to get everyone, right?
That was the plan, yes. That was
Yeah,
the plan.
so here you go, mate. Well, come on, mate. You're right up behind him now. What are you... Oh, no! What are you doing there? You're running wide at the hairpin, mate. You're giving it away. Come on. Catch him, bro. Catch him.
Also have a nice battle between Gnarly and Rusty just behind them.
Someone's in the bathroom.
Yes, my son.
I was just saying, this is tonight's a reflection of the night I remember when you raced when you'd had quite a few too, mate. I think the majority of us beat you that night.
Yeah, I took a photo, a screenshot of that.
So did I. There's one night that Ando was gracious enough to nobble himself so that the rest of us could at least beat him for once.
It's a rare occurrence, that one.
You still having dramas there, Kev? Great
Yeah,
to have
Kev's
you along,
there.
mate.
Yeah, good on you, Kev.
Yeah. One lap to go. One lap to go, and you will note that I would make up a few positions from my 13th or last time you saw me.
Or we could just skip forward right now and finish it off. And then you'd never know.
There was a few that didn't have enough feel to the end.
Oh, so you gobbled some people off? No, you obviously already...
Yeah, last lap. I picked up 4 places.
Well, you should have told us that before the last lap. We could have put the camera on you, man. Gaining 4 places.
Well,
Man,
we are second last lap now, mate. So you know.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna gain another 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to see that. I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I was in the slip behind Robbo.
Again.
He's catching him.
Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with you. Yeah. Oh, someone's gone deep. And it wasn't Rick, or maybe it was Rick. Yeah, it was Rick. Yeah. But he's coming back out of it. We're coming up to the fucking right-hander. Onto the figure, the bridge. Yeah, and then we're going to get a hell of a run on that guy. And that's where you make your time up, folks. You don't have to be fast into the corner, but you have to be fast out of it.
That's right. Break early, set yourself up, and get out of the corner.
We're just going to adjust the stream here, and we're going to have a look at the onboard footage here. In cockpit with Rick, he's having a good look at WJF73. He's going to dispatch him here, I think. He's going to say, good night, Irene. See you later. I have position. I'm going to take my rightful spot here, right behind Brucey in 12th. And here we go. We've got one more lap to go, folks. Oh, and here he is. Robbo is having a little bit of a say about it. He's not happy. He wants to be there. Okay, who's going to break? Yeah, Robbo, yeah, I thought he was going to do that. He breaks way too late and takes himself out of the equation. But Rick, he breaks nice and early, keeps it flowing. That's what he's doing. He's actually gaining on the guy in front of him, who is Brucey, I believe. Yes, it is. He goes deep into that corner though, but he runs it out onto the arm car when he doesn't hit it, so it's all good. He's making gains on Brucey. Let's go ahead to Brucey and have a look. His tyres, yeah, they're not as good as Rick's, so Rick is looking good. Rick is looking real good. This is great. Yes. No, they're not happy. Rick makes short work of Brucey looking in the rear vision mirror. Oh no, you can't in this view. But Brucey's gone. Now it's all about a hot lap. And Rick is on his own. Rick is going hell for leather here. This one's in honour of Wayne. He's going to make a fucking time out of it.
Yeah, he's doing it for Wayne. He's trying his hardest.
Yeah. This is the limit of grip, folks. This is as far as you can go in the realm of St. Croix road course B. That's it. This is as far as it gets. You can't stretch it any further. Cut that corner. Get rid of that apex. Get rid of it, mate. Yep, that's it. Nail it. Yep, full throttle. Now heavy on the brakes. Hard left. Down to third. Just nail it in third now. Yes, I love it. That is such a good... That is really well driven. I love that corner. This is going to be a great lap. This is going to be a great lap time. I love it, folks. We're going downtown here. We're going for We're going for a good lap time here. This is how you drive this course, folks. I'm just going to expand the view, and Rick, he won't mind it because he's concentrating on driving, and he's in the past now anyway, so yeah, doesn't matter. But as far as we're talking about here, like, this guy's fast, man. That's all I can say.
Not as fast as you, Matt, but we're getting there.
Yeah, he's going fast. He's got the stamp. He's licked the stamp and he's sent it.
On the brakes, mate. On the brakes, mate.
Oh, Ando's already finished his race.
Oh. I thought 10th place was. Yeah, but that's fast. That's still pretty fast, isn't it?
Yeah, made a minor error there, but yeah, kept it all together and just had clear air in front, clear air behind, as you can see.
You got to go up to Tim and Peach, Joe.
Oh, okay. Team. There you go.
Oh, it's close.
Here we go. We're gonna fight it on the hand.
This is really close.
Outside view. There we go.
That is really close. Holy moly! Yeah.
Who's going to finish fourth?
Tricky.
Oh, I hold on to third.
Oh, what's happened to Scotty?
What didn't happen to Scotty? But yeah, like we tried to
And the game
absolve the viewer from the game's glitches and
yeah. Unfortunately, this is one glitch where he went in the pit lane the last lap and it told him that he was in the lead when he wasn't.
That's right.
Actually, in 13th.
The game doesn't understand how to apply the fact that you are so freaking slow. You're still not going to win.
But
It hasn't gotten that one just yet. Yeah.
No, it was a good week. Everyone enjoyed themselves. It was all for one valuable cause, and that was to salute Wayne. Tonight has just been further to that. We all send our condolences to the family. As I said earlier, we all miss him, and will miss him. We have done this to honour him, and I will make an announcement officially that in future, when we are running our championship, that our Group 3 series will be named in his honour. His number has been retired, and his name and number will appear in our number register forever. We will not remove him from the register. He is still racing with us every week.
That's a nice gesture, thank you.
Yeah, that's lovely, Rick.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's the least we can do.
It's just,
It's
a
exactly.
small thing, but
Like Tim said, the least we can do. Exactly right.
yeah, we would do more if we could, but that's what he meant to us.
Yeah, well, you think about it. If some nonchalant bunch of blokes, like from nowhere, right, come out of yesterday and said, we're going to retire his number because we love the bloke. It's like, how would you think that his family would think? They would think, like, fuck that is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that is a huge gesture. That is amazing. That is totally appropriate. That is awesome. That is absolutely the minimum we can do to retire that number 18. Yeah, I'll wear it with pride, like every time I race, man.
Yeah.
'Cause I like the guy.
Yeah, I did make a little hashtag 18. You would have seen it pop up in the little brief intro that we had tonight. I had it on the car. We will make up a decal to actually go on every car in every series, and it'll be the hashtag 18 in reference to Wayne.
Yeah. Put it there. Put it on there. Like,
It will become part of every livery that we do.
well, if you can, like, put it part of every, like, you know what I mean? So you don't have to go seek it out if you're the livery guy.
No.
It's in there anyway.
It will be, mate. It will be. I'll actually have it all shared up so that everyone can download it to do the liveries, mate. So it'll be done. It's there. Other than that, we've been babbling on here and sharing this for a couple of hours now. Thank you to everybody that's been part of this evening. If anybody else got any further words to add or thoughts, reflections on Wayne before we head off?
I'm going to miss his double hellos every time he came in.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
Every time he came in, if he's double hello. Hello.
Hello.
Just knew it was him.
That's right. I agree, and for me, it was the way he was very considered in everything he said. So I don't know if that will make much sense to his family, but I always remembered that whenever he said something, he thought about it before he said it. Because I could tell he was banging to say something in the livery channel or the stewards or whatever, we were arguing something or this or that, and he'd just wait until everyone had their say, and then he would have his say, and that would carry so much more weight because he waited. And I thought to myself, well, shit, maybe I should have waited. And then maybe, because what I had to say was fucking correct, but the timing wasn't right. This guy had time. This guy had timing and tempo. He had timing and tempo. So he said the right thing at the right time, and it managed to sway us. Like, I know it wasn't a big deal. What we're talking about is, like, should Tim Turtle get a 2-second penalty or shouldn't he? I mean, that's not such a big thing, but it was, at the time, it's a thing. It's a thing that you're passionate about. You feel you have some say about it, and we all had equal say, and Wayne had his equal say in a really well-structured way that we all listened to, and we all heard it. There's no denying what he said wasn't unanimous or agreeable, but we all heard it because he timed it so well. And
That's correct.
yeah, he was a master of the art of conveying his opinion without putting too many noses out of joint.
Yeah, without belittling other people with their opinions.
Yeah, well, if he had to, he did. If your opinion was so far, wrong, according to him, but normally it wasn't. So it was always within the realm. So he just went about his way of massaging you into turn one at Spa and saying it's okay. It's how it is. It's how you do it. You know, and then you go into Eau Rouge and Radion, and then you work it out in the Camel Straight, and it's all good. You know, nobody has to lift. You just stay flat. It's all good.
Stay flat, side by side, neither touch each other.
You just never lift. Yeah, that's right. So who needs a steward if you don't have to lift?
Well done.
You got something to add there, Tim?
I'd just like to add Wayne was a valuable member of this community. He got on well with everyone, with his friendly and cheerful personality. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone had a bad word about him.
Nobody. I have not met that person, and I have to seriously question why that.
Well said, Tim.
But yeah, well said, mate.
Yeah, all in one go is actually the more important thing. I don't think anyone has said that all in one go yet.
No.
So what you said, Tim, all in one go is really is fucking. Sorry to use the F word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was. That's what he was.
Yeah.
So well said, mate. Good on you.
Yeah. Okay, on that note, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, I've already said the message, but if you aren't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to be part of this racing, go to the website link in the bottom, in the details below, via the link there, get you to the website, register, and you can join us. We run Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays regularly at this stage. And hope to see you all on the track very soon. Other than that, good night, gentlemen. Thank you for helping me out tonight. And
Not a problem. You want to add anything there, Kevin?
No, look,
When we wrap this up?
No, before we wrap it all up, mate.
look, as I said, it's been interesting. Thanks, guys. It's great to see a whole bunch of people who we've never actually met feel the way that they do about it. And,
Yeah.
as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, that you clearly aren't just names on a screen, but you were, friends in real life. And
Yeah, you can probably tell by our conversation, Kev. We talk like this, we banter, and we bond, and that's the extra that people who don't participate get to know, and hopefully this tonight sort of gives you some indication of the banter, and yes. Ando has made himself jolly tonight, which is positive. It's made an interesting spin to the conversation, but
Sorry.
No, you're right, brother. I've had a couple myself, so don't stress. A couple of toast to a man that we're all going to miss very much, and. Yeah, thank you, Kevin, for at least jumping on board and saying, giving us a little bit of extra insight into who he was as a person outside of our realm. Because we can only get to know him so much, and there's so much more to him that we didn't know about, and vice versa, you didn't know about this side of him as much. So hopefully we've kind of opened that up to both sides of the fence, if you know what I mean.
Well, how about we talk about it right now? Like how about we talk about it? Like, Kevin, how long have you got, mate? I'm here all night.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it's getting well past a lot of our bedtimes because some of us have got to work tomorrow, mate. So,
It's been good. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. And sort of closing off a chapter before we head into next Wednesday. But
and as I said, keep going. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I was willing to explore his journey, in sim racing. That's all.
Yeah.
But if you guys have to go, that's fine. I understand. I did not mean to be disrespectful.
No, you're right, brother. You're right, brother.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Kev. Yeah. Keep us posted, and yeah, we will definitely keep in touch.
No, we'll do. Thanks all. Appreciate it.
No worries, Kev.
Thanks,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Thanks, Kevin.
And thanks to everybody else. I think on that we will close this evening's broadcast. Thank you once again to everybody who's participated, the guys here, and Mitch, Tim, and all those that joined us throughout tonight. Thank you. Again, cheers and a toast to a great man, WJ. And we will see you on our next broadcast. Again, details of his funeral will be posted on our Discord and our Facebook page with a stream for next Wednesday in Melbourne. If you're in Melbourne, if I get the details out to you early enough and you can make an appearance on our behalf, that would be greatly appreciated by the family and us. But on that, thank you everybody, and we will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Cheers,
Good night.
Wayne.
Good night.
See you again.
Thanks,
brother.
Wayne.